Try and make this quick. Won't get away from me.
Damn you! Come on, let's see what you're made of. Like this! taken. You!
You're good as dead.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only. Let's see here. A note from someone named Karthspire in Markarth. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Is someone there?
Come on! You're worst.
Yule!
You're a disgrace to your own house.
Yule!
See you
There's
burn.
no escape. Remember, hit the one in the middle. So much easier to roam when you're dead.
Yule!
You won't get away from me. Come on, come on!
Excuse me, but have you seen my headdress? I seem to have misplaced it. The one on my... Oh, well, don't I feel stupid? I told myself the last time that would be the first place I look. Just don't tell Ynvar. She's likely to shave my head and glue the thing to my scalp.
Always going to be
She
ridiculous.
always tells me if I fell out of the boat, I couldn't find water. I can't say she's wrong. Ynvar is my sister. You'll find her around here somewhere. She doesn't like it when I forget things, lose things, or both. It's usually both. It ain't just the little things either. I have a hard time with names, whether it's people or the old gods. I can remember some, like the god of bones, and the goddess of the hunt, and, what was it? Yseld, I think. I'm afraid I just get it all wrong. Thoughts don't stick to my brain so good. The only thing I remember is that story one of the elders told about death and what happens to your soul. Something like returning to the world as another creature, like even a tree or a spider or something, which is just about the most horrifying thing I can imagine. If I came back as a spider, I reckon I'd bite myself and throw my health potion in the river. Oh, all sorts of things. It's bad enough I forget a headdress or two, but sometimes I forget to put on other pieces of armor as well. One day I ran into a fight stark naked. Sure, I caught the enemy by surprise, but it's not a tactic you want to be known for. Wearing my armor is one thing I won't ever forget again. Knock on... well, if you see some wood on your travels, be sure to knock it for me. Other than that, I'm not good with names, but faces I remember, which doesn't do me a whole lot of good. I think it's because I'm a visual person. That's how I learned to cast spells. I just imagine them coming out of my hand. I even learned to conjure my first sword that way, from my head to my hands, although I can't seem to recall where I put it. Really? That's a relief. I was beginning to wonder if I was going to bury all of Skyrim with the swords I left behind. Hey, I resent that. I've killed plenty of men. Okay, maybe one. And he was made of straw. But he was scary enough. To be honest, I don't care if I ever kill another. But they say I got magical talent. So I'm trying my best not to let anyone down. I don't know, myself can be pretty lazy. It likes to be laid down and let down easy. Seems to go against what people say about me though. That I got the soul of an old witch, and from what I've seen, witches don't sleep much. But if I got someone else's soul, does that mean I'm not me? If I die, do I become someone else? The way you make it sound. Maybe Ynvar was right about the city folk being slaves and heathens. I'd like to be a travelling minstrel. I know my head don't have room for but one or two stories, but I'd mostly play music anyway. Music is different than words. If I need to remember a melody, all I have to do is remember a feeling. The sad tunes tickle my eyes and make my stomach feel like there's a slaughterfish in the mountainside. The hearty songs make my palms sweat, and the funny songs make my shoulders feel light as aluminum. Some songs are so epic they won't fit in the water. Do you remember the cup and find the moon in the stars? When I told Ynvar I wanted to play music, he laughed and said I'd be the first human deaf minstrel in the whole village. The next day she killed some tapping bard and gifted me his drum. I thought it was rather sweet. The witch means his human heart was too big for his chest, so he traded it in. The romantic type say his old heart was broken by the only woman he'd ever loved. I guess I side with the romantics. Thendrick loved Ynvar more than a dog loves a bone. And my sister don't take kindly to being buried. She said he was suffocating with what he needed. But intentionally. Although, I wonder, is that such a bad thing? Ynvar's a free woman now. It's like the elders say, he's meant to make money, he's meant to stay. Personally, I don't see any possibility of any kind. I'm terrified of it. It's just who Thendrick was. There was always a touch of secret. began as a bluff and became a vow. It didn't matter if the duel would never come. To Thendrick, this was a test of his love, and hers. I begged him to reconsider. I told him I'd tie my sister up and drag her to his tent. He turned his head to me and smiled. I smiled back. "You have your sister's smile," he said, and then the light went out of his eyes. Those words, his last words, they vex me to no end. You don't like it? I know it doesn't have much in the way of furnishings, but there's a warm fire, lots of space, and you can't beat the view. Most of the free folk around here stay in the towers just to the east. But it gets a little crowded. Thendrick needs the space and bandits to kill, or else it gets cranky. There's also a strategic advantage to holding this lookout, but I don't really know too much about that. If you want to talk war and politics, you should talk to my sister. Although, you're best off agreeing with whatever she says. Opinions are like the weather, and nothing we say can ever change them. I don't know, I guess I am. But I really ain't married to any side in this war or that one. Seems to me no matter who you follow, it's always ruined by someone. If you want to be loyal to the Empire, it's ruined by the Thalmor. If you want to be a Stormcloak, it's ruined by the racist Nords. If you want to be a Forsworn, you've got to deal with the matriarchs. And don't tell Ynvar, they sort of creep me out, and that ruins it for me. Sister says if you don't pick a side, you might as well off yourself. But the gods ruin that with all their talk of the next life and the after. Also, Ynvar says killing yourself was kind of cowardly. So I guess it got ruined by cowards too. And it's not just war. You want to be a mage, it's ruined by necromancers. You want to be a bard, it's ruined by fairy bards. So I thought, why not be nothing? Ain't no harm in that, is there? Maybe. I prefer to think I'm an idealist. A romantic. I want my bottle all the way full and won't take anything halfway. I'm not sure I know what that means. Nope, I'm positive I don't. Farewell.
State your business, visitor. You speak to Ynvar, daughter of the free men, proud liberators of the kingdom of the Reach. That goes for the others too, though they won't say as much. Thendrick is a mute, and my sister Yseld might as well be one. They're both good folk, though, if you don't mind the awkward pauses. That's no way to start a conversation now, is it? More like a way to end one. What do you mean by you people? I don't know where you're from, but them's fighting words out here in the Reach, and I don't think it'd be wise for you to take on the three of us. I bet it's 'cause all you slave folk get so wound up, bending over and bending the knee, you take it out on us. Sit down and relax, because unlike the Jarls you call master, the free men of the Reach won't ask you to polish no imperial horn. Why not have both? Fighting with words is better than swords. Yeah, they both leave a big mess, but only one's worth cleaning up. What's it look like? Holding this spot in case the slave folk send their troops from the north to march on Karthspire. The Sundred Towers are a better defensive position, but it takes an era and a day to get the word out to camp. Here we got a view of the Karth, and an easy hike back to the spire. Not like we need it. Cloaks and slavers too busy fighting each other to bother with the free men of the Reach. It's happening just like Madanach said it would. He's a shrewd one. I didn't understand it at the time, him letting that silver blood use him. I was ready to call the old man a coward, but it turns out snakes don't need no backbone. Aye, Madanach is a martyr now. We won't worship him like some god. They called him the king in rags, but the free men of the Reach don't bend their knee to no king. We listened to Madanach because he had the best ideas, but a dead man ain't got nothing but ash in his mouth, so we'll listen to the next man. But we ain't never gonna follow anyone. Ah, the brute. Big and strong with eyes as dull as orc poetry. Of course, there's a reason for all three of those things. He's a briarheart. He underwent the ancient rite and follows in the footsteps of Phaelon the Red Eagle. It's a great honour. Although he's not as fast as most briarhearts, and I'm not just talking about his wits. When he runs, I like to imagine he's dragging an invisible boulder behind him. Then his lumbering makes a little more sense. Aye, bravery is something that's lacking in folks these days, because they got this idea in their head their lives are too valuable to lose. That's why them old Nords had to make up Southern Guard. It ain't brave to die in battle if you've got a paradise waiting for you as a reward. But to throw your life away so that others can live in an earthly paradise, a free world, well, that's real bravery. I've seen soldiers on their knees with their guts on the ground about 5 seconds away from sitting in a pool of their own feces. War is messy business. Men won't dirty themselves for nothing. Same as he is now. Loyal. Just a little more annoying about it. Always reminding me to smile, so I'd stick out my jaw. Grimace at him. I mean, I ain't a bloody Nord. I smile just as much as anyone. I know the one he was trawling for, and I gave him that day by the river. When we were children, we used to go swimming in the Karth and fish around for clams. I was running my hands through a patch of pebbles when something nipped at my hand. I screamed and Thendrick came running over. He looked at the cut on my finger and said he knew how to make it better. Then he kissed it. Little as I was, all I could do was blush. Then he says, "Oh no, I think the crab's got on your lips too." I told him maybe it did, and I flashed him a smile. The next day, I made him promise to never tell anyone. And he never did. I'm sorry I confused you. I didn't know your masters didn't teach you proper history. The Reachmen called this home for ages upon eons, from before the time of the 10 Kingdoms to the day they were united by the Red Eagle himself. It's Hestra's armies that brought these lands under the tyranny of the Imperial banner. Ever since then, we Reach folk have been fighting the invaders off to reclaim our home. Thendrick, Yseld and I are just one of a long line of freedom fighters going back to Lord Valorlon, the first of the briarhearts. Aye, it's strength that's bound the people to slavery, and strength alone that will free us. Oh, there isn't now, is there? So if I found a plot of land I like, I can make a home, start a farm, and the local thane won't make a stink. If I make a bunch of money, the guard captain won't come knocking on my door to collect the Jarl's taxes. If I want to start a schooner operation, run a brothel or a dog pit, will the locals mind their own business, or will they pry into mine? If I want to worship my own gods, do I have that right, or will I be forced to kneel before yours? Claiming there's no slavery in Skyrim is a whole lot of mammoth dung, if you pardon me saying. Who says I need them fancy roads or a bridge to cross a river? And I can protect myself just fine, thank you. That's the problem with being slave folk. You've got a perfectly good set of hands, and you still have to pay someone else to scratch your bottom.